Sonic Forces is the next 3D Sonic game, and I'm looking forward to it. I really like what I've been seeing for the game, and it looks really promising. Though that doesn't mean everything I've seen has been good, which is why today I'll be talking about what I hope for Sonic Forces. Let's go! Oh wait, wrong character. Sonic doesn't really have a catchphrase, or at least not a recognizable one. So right out of the gate, the game seems to have a really cool story. I grew up with Sonic around the time the character was being taken more seriously with his story and world, and Forces seems to be bringing that back, which is good. I love the idea of the plot being that Eggman has assembled a roster of villains new and old to dominate the world, and now Sonic and crew have to stop him. A problem with recent Sonic games is that the stories aren't really worth remembering. They usually try too hard to be funny, or they bring up stuff that goes nowhere. So I'm hoping that for this game's plot, we can expect a focused, interesting, exciting, and satisfying story to go along with it. Also, Chaos looks great in HD. When it comes to the gameplay, modern Sonic's gameplay looks pretty good. The tag team gameplay looks like an interesting expansion on Sonic Heroes gameplay. The custom character looks cool, and I'll talk about Classic Sonic later. While I don't have much to say about modern Sonic's gameplay, I want to talk a bit about the custom character. I love the idea of the custom character, and so far the only problem I have with it is deciding what animal my character is going to be. I mean, I might choose the wolf, because that's the one they've been using for advertising, but the bird looks cool, and there's a bear option, and I liked Brother Bear as a kid, and I think if I were an animal I'd be a panda, which is kind of a bear, and I love the Kung Fu Panda movies. You see where I'm going with this, right? And something else I like about the custom character is that in the story, if there's a moment where Sonic congratulates the custom character, I won't see that as Sonic just thanking a nameless NPC. I'll see that as Sonic thanking me for helping him out. So not only am I making my own Sonic OC, but I'm also going to make my own Sonic persona that'll fight alongside one of my many childhood heroes. That's going to be great. And also, the music is just amazing. I can't wait for it to come to iTunes. Really, I'm just expecting the game to be a good 3D Sonic game like the adventure games. I'm pretty sure that Sonic Team put in a lot of effort into this entry, and there's been quite a bit of positivity from critics and fans who have played the game. But even though I'm excited for the game, I'm also a bit cautious because of a few little things. For starters, it looks like there's a bit too much hand-holding in some of the levels. In the tag team level, for example, there are rings everywhere, and near the end there are speed boosts that take you straight to the end with only like one or two enemies in the way. Then again, though, this is most likely the earliest tag team level in the game, so maybe later levels will be more challenging. Another thing is that during the custom hero level, Park Avenue, there's radio conversations going on between Sonic's friends, and they're talking about how they're rescuing hostages and that the rookie is helping with the situation. Yet when I look at the gameplay, it just looks like the custom character is just running around the city and blowing up enemies. My point is, I'm hoping that Sonic's friends aren't talking about going off on some cool adventure that we could be helping out with, but instead are handling something else during the level. In fact, I'm hoping that Sonic's friends are very involved during the story and aren't just there like they were in Generations. Maybe we could have levels where the Avatar has to go with a certain character on a mission, like, say, with Knuckles or SBO, and you're fighting alongside them in battle while trying to pull off a mission, like taking back an area that's crucial for Eggman's downfall. That would be pretty cool and a great way to utilize the large universe of characters that Sonic has. Though, judging from the trailer, which was released right after I was done scripting this video, it does look like Sonic's friends will be more involved. That entire trailer in general was awesome. Speaking of characters, I'm hoping that the villains aren't just there either. The game has brought together great villains from Sonic's past, and Zavik, and has introduced a new villain. So, at this point, I was going to talk about how the villains should have their motives explained, but right after I had finished the video, Sega announced Episode Shadow, which is apparently a prequel to Sonic Forces, and will focus on Shadow, the origins of Infinite, and the fate of Team Dark? I'ma grab you guys, drama bomb! I'm still hoping that in-game they won't leave Infinite's backstory in the dark, but I like how this DLC is looking. And the fact that it's day 1 and free just makes it all so much better. It looks like Shadow's gameplay may be a bit more challenging than Sonic's gameplay, and he looks to play a bit differently than Sonic as well, which is really cool. Maybe we can get more DLC packs for other characters as well. Like I heard rumors about Silver being playable, so we could probably see a set of levels for him. That's enough of this update, so let's resume. But I'll skip ahead a bit because the thing I was going to talk about is now a bit outdated thanks to this new info. So how about we continue here? It would be funny if the reason why Infinite is working with Eggman is because Eggman gave him the one thing he could never have. Milk and cookies! Speaking of which, I'd like it if there's build up to each fight, and that they could come back to fight you later using different tactics each time. I mean, I'm sure they'd do that with Chaos because he can use the Chaos Emeralds to get stronger, but what about the other villains? What kind of tactics would they use? Maybe Zavok could summon a member of the Deadly Six to help him out? Or maybe you fight Shadow as Classic Sonic and have to use Classic Sonic's gameplay to defeat him? And actually, what if for the final boss, instead of just fighting Infinite or Eggman, you fight both at the same time? During the first phase, Eggman would be in a giant mech while Infinite is flying around with him. But then in the next phase, they fuse together and become a super powerful boss. Ooh, just thinking about it gets me excited! Also, I'm sorry for jumping back and forth between topics, but Classic Sonic is another concern I have. When I think of the 3 playable characters in the game, Classic Sonic is the one I keep forgetting about. Modern Sonic is the main character and the avatar is the new guy, but Classic Sonic is the one I forget is even there. Now, I know there's a couple of allusions in Sonic Mania that Forces is connected to that game, and I'd love it if that's the case, but it makes me wonder if Classic Sonic was planned to be here from the beginning, or when Mania started development they came up with the idea to bridge both games. But I hope that Classic Sonic doesn't feel shoehorned in and contributes to the plot. Even in the new trailer, he's barely in it. And the last thing I'm concerned about is the replay value. Oh yeah, they brought back the red rings, but is there anything else I can do after that? Now, in some of the images we've seen of the main menu, there's an option for a mission mode. So maybe there's something like Sonic Adventure 2's mission mode where you can replay the level with different objectives each time. In fact, in general, I hope the game is long. With a story like this, I'm hoping that there's a lot of levels and plenty of time to utilize each character in the plot. But overall, I'm still excited for Sonic Forces. In fact, I'm so excited that I pre-ordered the game for Nintendo Switch and PS4. That way, I can record footage of the game on my PS4 and make a review about it, and with my Nintendo Switch version, I can take the game on the go. I'm looking forward to the new styles of gameplay, the music, customizing my own Sonic character, and of course, the story. There may be a few things I'm concerned about, but overall, I'm just hoping for a good game. I'm sure that with the 4 years of development that Sonic Team put into this game, that it will be a pretty good adventure. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Dudw out!